Right, viewers, let's also take a look at how, in fact, the global coverage on the potential threat that's emerging in China at this point of time, severely, in fact, impacting the virus's transmission is also coming out. As we can understand, this is, in fact, the kind of news piece that we have managed to get, which says that HMPV is a common type of respiratory virus that mainly causes more serious illness in young children. These are some reports which we have tracked from, in fact, various international agencies giving information about what's happening in China, given the fact that the entire process in which the transmission and China continues to deal with the world level pandemic is very opaque. And it also mentions that China pointed out that HMPV affects Taiwan year round. An increased incidence of infection is occasionally observed, but that most children recover well. But this continues to also raise a lot of doubts and fears back home as well, as these are some of the reports that we are tracking. The Department of Health has said that the social media post about an alleged international health concerns were unverified and asked Filipinos to refrain from spreading potential misinformation and confusion. While there is no in fact official confirmation that we can pin at this point of time. These are reports of the overwhelmed hospitals as well. As one of the news piece also denote that peak season for respiratory illnesses continue in China. As in fact, these are the reports that give the information that the head of China CDC's National Institute has said during a news conference that infections with influenza, flu, rhinovirus, human metapneumovirus and mycoplasma pneumonia are now the most common among hospital visits. The disease spread is at the peak season and will maintain at a high level for 2 more months. This is in fact what the international coverage of what happens to be as in the outbreak and the monitoring of these issues and health hazards in China come with. This is in fact another piece where the pneumonia or the virus's unknown origin is being cited. Every report does in fact detail that these are the cases of respiratory diseases expected to rise through the winter time, and this is also in fact this move is established to a dedicated system aiming at helping the authorities, which is now setting up the protocols. It remains to be unknown at this point of time, in fact, how this virus is growing and what is the extent till which in fact it needs to be tackled with, and how the nations and their nations having their people in China should tackle with this.